Hi guys, Angelito here, and today I've just been enjoying the sunshine and the beautiful weather that's in California right now. It's February, mind you, so in some places in the United States it's still snowing, and here in California we've got perfect weather. It is, there's not a cloud in the sky, and it's funny because last night I posted something on Facebook saying, dear universe, I've got a date with the beach tomorrow, so please let there be no clouds in the sky and lots of sunshine. And look at this. Today, the next day, there's not a cloud in the sky, and the sun is at its perfect best. So, right there is, it's proof for me that the universe delivers. I know I've created a few videos now since I started my raw foods lifestyle, and I realized that I haven't had a chance to introduce myself to you, to talk about who I am and how I got started in this raw foods journey in the first place, and where I plan to take it. Um, so, let me. I guess I can begin with how I got into raw foods. I'll tell you this: I never planned for 1 second that I would want to get into the raw foods lifestyle. To think that I'd have to give up my favorite foods in the world, to give up all of the tasty um, foods that have given me so many great memories, to have to give that up. Um, I never planned on doing the raw foods lifestyle. And the thought of, going back, is not even a reality right now for me. And I'll explain why in a second. But, so about 7 years ago is when I began my spiritual quest, I guess, starting with a trip to Peru. And subconsciously, I just continued to just keep studying and being more aware of my personal growth. And for the past 7 years, I've done a lot of studying other gurus and teachings of different enlightened people, I guess, ascended people, and just being more aware of my own actions and trying to apply those lessons into my life on a daily basis. So I think that the raw foods lifestyle is the next step for me. It feels right. There's no objections in my body. Everything is aligned, it feels. Um, my body is not resisting in any way. In fact, it is thriving. My mind is expanding in vision, and physically, I feel filled with energy. So, even though I have such an addiction to all of the food that I used to eat, I would never think of giving up the feeling that I feel on a daily basis being on a raw foods diet. I would never trade it for the feeling of waking up with a smile in the morning and having peak energy all day long without naps, without the need for coffee, without taking a break. I don't feel sluggish at all. And I used to think that um, I used to think that I needed coffee or needed enhancers to make me feel better. And I used to think that the energy by being on the raw food diet when I first started was like, all right, well, it's going to wear off soon, like everything else does. Like coffee gets you high and then drops you. So I was waiting for the raw foods diet drop where I was going to feel like poop again, but it hasn't happened. I've been insanely and weirdly happy for the past like 12 days straight. That tells you something. And it's again, it's I'm in my infancy of raw foods, but I feel like there's no turning back. So, um, yeah, it's raw foods at this point in my life is kind of like my next step. And I've said this in a previous video, but I'm not the usual candidate for raw foods. I'm not the typical story that's out there, and because in a way that I'm not sick. Like I'm not physically sick. I haven't been given a death sentence. I don't have to turn anything around, which I don't feel like it. I have never had a, well, I can't say I had never, but it's been a long, 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 long time since I've been to the doctor um, for any kind of ailments or checkups. So I can't tell you if I began this sick. The main reason why I am doing the raw foods lifestyle, and I decided to do the raw foods lifestyle, is because not only do I feel like it's the next step in my journey, um, but it's I'm at the point in my life where I feel like I'm ready for more energy, I'm ready for more vitality, I'm ready to explore more, I'm ready to just enjoy my day more. I know I'm in my early 30s right now, but I feel like my energy levels have already dropped so much compared to when I was in my 20s. I feel it. I feel the aches in my joints sometimes. I feel the uh, uncomfortable like tension in my back in my early 30s. You know, um, I feel it. I feel the sluggish feeling every day. I feel the need to have coffee or some kind of stimulant or some kind of something to make me feel anything. I feel like I need something to make me feel something. So I feel like it's ready. I'm at that stage in my life where the next step is to do something about my diet. When I first started reading about raw foods, I knew right away that that's exactly what I needed. The fact that I can use nutrition, I can use what I put in my body and on my body as medicine, as a way to turn back time. You know, I know you've probably said it yourself, if I can go back to how I was in high school, I'd totally rock it. I'd be different, I'd be this. In a way, I think that that's a possibility. By turning back the time of disease, giving you back the energy that you had when you were in your 20s, giving you the physical activities, physical looks, the physique of 5 years, 10 years younger, and just feeling an overall sense of vitality and just rejuvenation and a complete detox from everything that you have put in your body over these years. So, to me, I consider this a gift to myself. This next part of my journey into my personal growth. This is the next step that's helping me now go a little further and explore a little deeper, um, be a little bit more emotional, and articulate my thoughts a little better, and to have more energy in a day, to help myself and help others, to be able to create these videos and to be able to take the time to relax in the sun and appreciate the light and the energy that's coming from it, that's allowing me to create the vitamin D. Just being more aware of the sounds in the distance that I haven't been able to hear in the longest of times until now. So that's why I'm creating these videos and fulfilling this lifestyle, is because the benefits have definitely already outweighed the costs, and it's only been a few days, and it's getting easier and easier every day, not harder and harder, My body is getting easier and easier every day to handle and deal with and move and flex, not harder. The cravings are getting easier and easier to deal with. Anyway, I know I rambled on for a little bit, and I just needed to speak my mind and introduce myself to you as who I am and where I think my life is now, and where I think it's going, which is onwards and upwards. It's the only way to go now. Um, and I hope to inspire someone else out there, perhaps maybe even you, who feels the same way. Um, and I've said this over and over again, but I think now that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels right. Everything about it feels right. The lifestyle, these videos, reaching out to people, hopefully one day helping other people through talks and coaching someone. I don't know. But once I'm more successful, so with the diet and successful in life. So for now, yeah, I think what I'm doing is right, and what I'm doing is at the right moment of my life for my path. And I look forward to maybe connecting with you one day. Um, anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.